Breaking down the occultic symbolism from the 2024 Olympic Games held in Paris, France. And what do you have here with the white horse? This is a topic I've covered many times in the past with the white horse symbolism when it comes to psyops. And obviously here with the Olympic Games, here you see a better side view of the white horse with the rider. Of course, this is biblical. From Revelation 6:2, I looked and behold a white horse, and he who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. And during the ceremony, what do you see here? The white horse leading all the nations, just like the Antichrist. And here's a better view with all the flags of all the nations behind the white horse. This is really telling, and obviously biblical prophecy, what we're seeing right here in plain sight. And that gets into the blasphemy aspect here with all these individuals mocking Christ in the Last Supper, which obviously with the intent to offend millions of Christians worldwide. And let's take a look here as well with more of the opening ceremony with this individual with the colored hair, the blue body, and just a lot of unusual things taking place. Also with this bearded woman, with this individual, headless individual. Pretty creepy stuff, very telling. And this has been the theme with a lot of these Olympic Games that I showed in the past. But let's move on here, which I find pretty interesting with Donald Trump. And take a look here. After all this went down with the Olympic ceremony, Donald Trump speaks about it. But one thing I want to point out first, we all know Donald Trump was wearing a bandage over his ear. It's just been 2 weeks from the so-called event from Pennsylvania. Again, wearing that bandage over his ear. And take a look here, a closer look. Again, 2 weeks. And you don't see any red or black, any stitches, any resemblance of any type of injury to his ear. Very interesting when you take a look at that. But getting back to the Olympic aspect, take a listen to what Donald Trump says here about the games itself.
Have you watched any of the Olympics?
I thought that the opening ceremony was a disgrace, actually. I thought it was a disgrace.
And obviously a ploy to get all the Christians to jump aboard and support Trump that much more. Now, more symbolism moving forward. Take a look here with all the individuals part of the Last Supper mockery. And what do you have? The dome symbolism. I pointed this out before with the 2012 Olympic Games. A closer look at the dome symbolism. But going back in time, as I shown before in a previous video, with the 2012 Olympics. And what do you see here? With this one individual looking up at the sky, looking up towards the firmament, the dome, and is instructed to go up and crack that glass ceiling. Let's take a listen to what is said here.
Break that glass ceiling.
You just heard the man say, and break that glass ceiling.
And set us all free.
Break the glass ceiling and set us all free. As you see this individual ascending up to the above part of the stadium itself, and you're going to see ritualistically breaking the glass ceiling. And just take a quick listen. And that's the breaking of God's firmament, the dome, in just straight mockery of God's creation. And take a listen to what this announcer has to say regarding what just took place during this opening ceremony, again from London, England in 2012.
Miranda symbolically there, breaking the glass ceiling.
And obviously mocking God's created firmament, the dome, that's above us all.
And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now.
And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning the second day. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear.
John chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see. Now I can see.